Alright everybody, so this is what 2.5 hours of work gets you. I worked for about 2.5 hours today cleaning, getting stuff out of my room, getting stuff off the walls. I can already hear it's a lot more echoey in here because there's a lot less stuff and there's nothing on my walls anymore. You can see my dresser for the most part is empty. There's just, a few odds and ends here, a bunch of screws and the face plates of the electrical stuff I took off, stuff that won't hinder us moving this out. As you can see, all of the shelves are gone from this wall, and here in the alcove here you can see it's completely cleaned out except for my guitars and amp back there because I figured we could just move that out as needed. I don't really have a good place to put this stuff, and that amp weighs a good 50 to 60 pounds, and I just didn't feel like moving it. So other than that, the floors are completely clean, no junk. When you come over here, you can see no more consoles. All the systems are moved. Obviously left the TV up there to watch TV tonight. These shelves are gone. You can see these electrical plates I've removed. There's some of them I still need to take down, but I'm going to do that tomorrow. Go over to my desk area. As you can see, I pretty much left everything that was on my desk here because we can move this out with this stuff on it. It doesn't need to be moved, but the office chair is out of the room. As you can see, my PC is moved. There's a bunch of wires there that just need to be... I guess that's the noise my fan makes. I'm just hearing this, the motor of my fan making noise. I guess I hear it more because, again, it's echoey in here. So the PC has been moved. As you can see, the shelves that were up here are gone, and all the stuff that was on them has been moved. My big painting above my bed is no longer here. You can see the paint on the walls now. Maybe sort of give you a better look at what it's gonna eventually look like on my wall. So again, these are the two colors we're going with. This dark blue on the bottom and this sort of seafoamish blue on the top. These corner shelves are gone, except for the two braces that held them in. I can't seem to figure out how to get them off the wall. The screws that are holding them on the wall are covered by a little cap, and I don't know how to get that cap off, so I'm gonna have to have my dad take a look at it and see if he can figure it out. But yeah, the bedside table is still has stuff on it for now. I might take some of the stuff off tomorrow when we move the furniture, but for right now it's gonna stay. And other than that, if we look up, all of my glow-in-the-dark stars are gone. I got up and took them all down today. As you can see, they are no longer on my ceiling. So they're all gone. Sort of the end of an era, I guess you could say. That basketball goal clothes hamper that I had hanging up here is gone. I don't think that's going to be making its way back in here. Again, I'm trying to make an effort to sort of remove all the childish sort of stuff out. Plus, I never used it. I mean, it wasn't big enough to hold all my clothes. It was more for decoration, but it's out of here and it probably won't be coming back. Again, over here I had a hat rack that you've seen when I make my videos that was hanging right there where those holes are with all my hats on it. That's gone. That's probably not coming back. Which is, a little sad because that was something that my grandma actually made for me a very long time ago. It said basketball on it, and it was, it's a really nice hat rack, but again, I've just kind of outgrown it. It just won't fit in with the rest of the room when I redo it. The shelf that was here that had like the Joker bobblehead and the mortar and pestle on it was again sort of a little kid sports themed shelf, so that's not coming back. Again, the only shelves that are coming back are the two that were over here. I might get a hat rack, another hat rack to put up where that other one was, but it might just be a more sort of, not little kid themed hat rack, you know what I mean? So that's really about it. I don't know what else I've taken down, but it's really empty in here compared to what it usually is. You can see that this rack is still here, this baker's rack, because that's easy to move. You know, you don't need to remove all this stuff from there to move it out of the way. We can just move that to the middle of the floor here as we paint in this alcove. So that's about it. This is night number 1 of the renovation. Just pretty much, you know, stripping down the, you know, taking all the stuff off the walls and moving all this stuff out of my room, you know, out of my floor. By the way, side note, I know you probably don't care, it's kind of random. Those are my new shoes. Just randomly, I got them yesterday at Foot Locker because my old shoes, my old Adidas, the back of them, the back heel of both of them were all like, all the cloth was ripping out, and I just kind of wanted to change, so I got these cool Nikes yesterday. Just random side note, but anyway, yeah, maybe this can give you a more sort of appreciation for the mess of wires that goes to my computer. But I mean, when you think about it, I have a lot of stuff to plug in. I mean, this is the wireless booster that's plugged in. You know, I've got 2 monitors, HDMI and DVI, that plug in. I've got speakers. I've got a keyboard. I've got the power cable, obviously. I've got USB cords that plug in. I've got an Ethernet port. I've got my printer that plugs in USB. So, also the 2 monitors have power cables. So, you know, the sound system has power cables. So this is pretty much all of that that's in the way that we're just going to have to drag out when we move this desk. We're just going to have to move it out of the way. And that's pretty much it. So that's it for the room renovation for tonight. Tomorrow we are going to be going to actually buy the paint. We are going to be blue taping. You know, when you paint, you've seen you have the blue tape everywhere. We got to tape around all the doors, around the floorboards. We have to tape around the what else we have to tape? That's pretty much the main thing. Taping around the doors, the door frames and such, and taping around stuff like the lights. You know, the ceiling fans, the vent, the smoke detector, and that light over there. So we're gonna be first of all, we got to move all the furniture that we're gonna move tomorrow away from the walls. Then we're gonna be taping everything, blue taping everything, and we're going to be putting on the first coat of primer. So basically like a white paint. So when I vlog the room tomorrow night, it's going to look very different. Like I said, tomorrow night is the first night I'm going to not be spending in my room. I'm going to be spending it down the hall. But tomorrow I'll come back and film again. We'll have blue paint or blue tape all over everything, and the walls will be covered in sort of a generic white paint. So that will be what it looks like tomorrow. One last thing I want to show you guys before we go. I want to show you where all my stuff is stored and how much of it. So you're going to get to see outside my room for a change. So when you open the door, you've got my office chair with this cutting board, which is what I put my computer on so it's not sitting on carpet. You've got some other things. This is my big painting from above my bed. So this is the first room that my stuff's in. This is actually it's like a kid's room, so it's when my nieces come to visit. This is where they stay, so check this out, right? This is the first room full of my stuff. Down here is all my trophies, a bunch of my figures and stuff that were on my shelves and on my dresser. You got books, you have my mini helmet, you've got my Hamper basketball goal I talked about. That poster hanging over the chair is actually the Rapture poster. You got books, you got a sound system, which I'm probably going to get rid of this thing because it only supports the old iPod style. On the bed here you can see more stuff. I've got the Voodoo poster down there, which I'm probably going to get rid of. The 2 shelves that are going back. This one I'm going to throw away. This is the hat rack, the basketball hat rack, and clothes hamper, box of school books, all that kind of stuff is in here. And then we go to the other room. Which is actually my old room. This is the room that I had when I was a little kid, and now I'm going to be sleeping in here the next few nights. This is now our guest room. You've got all my other stuff in here, my big stuff. So this is my computer, my PC that I built is here. My telescope, more books, hats. Over here you can see all my consoles. I've got my PS3, Xbox, and PS4 down there, a bunch of wires, my recording equipment, my mic. There's the Joker bobblehead and all that stuff, the mortar and pestle. Over here you've got more stuff. You got my old Handycam that I recorded with in 2011 and 12, and my old tripod. You've got my headphones. My Elgato is over there with my game controllers. Over here you've got more stuff. This is my TV tray that I use now to put my laptop and mic on when I do console games. You got more stuff here, a thing showcasing off a bunch of tickets. This is my current tripod, the one that I use now. More dirty clothes hampers and bags, book bags and stuff over there. So, as you can see, I have a lot of junk. And keep in mind that, so I walk back to my room. Keep in mind that a lot of that stuff is not going to make it back. Most of the stuff in the first room I showed you, all those trophies and all that kind of stuff, is going to be packed away. And most of the stuff that's returning is what I've put in the room that I'm going to be sleeping in the next few nights. So most of the other stuff won't make it back. And also I'm going to clean out this rack here as well when I you know, sort of renovate, redecorate. I'm going to clean a lot of this stuff out as well, but it's just not moved. This is the little microphone, by the way, that has finally come in that I ordered. It's going to allow me to do co-op gameplay with Brandon and also do it direct capture. This is going to be allow me to talk to him through the PSN chat without it coming through my headset. So I've got this for like $3 on Amazon. And it came in, so we're ready for Destiny. But other than that, guys, that's it. That's all I have to show tonight. Empty room. It really didn't take me nearly as long as I thought. I thought it would take me all night, but it only took me about 2.5 hours once I got after it to just, you know, take this stuff down and get to it. So thanks for watching this video. Tomorrow I will come back and show you what it's looked like after one day of prep and paint work is complete. And then on Saturday night, you'll get to see what it looks like with one coat of paint on everything, so you'll start to get an idea of how the room is going to look painted. And then Sunday night, the painting should be completed. And then next week, I can get after bringing all my stuff back in here, getting reset up and redecorated. So, all right. Thanks for watching, guys. And I will see you all tomorrow night with another look at the room.